Today is Sunday, September 2nd, and you're listening to Life in General with Ron Tang. What's going on, y'all? We are officially into episode 9. At this point, I gotta say it is coming along pretty well. I'm pretty happy to be doing this podcast, and so far it's smooth sailing. Well, there has been some hurdles in regards to just getting this whole thing out there, but I gotta say it's coming along pretty good. Except for the fact that the guests that I plan to have on, I wanted to have about 3 to 4 guests by episode 13. And as you all know, since Christopher, it's going to be a little hard since I am flying out to Europe next week. I will be in London September 6th. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, in regards to the guest, originally there's about 3 to 4 more that I'd like to have on. My friend Christopher was one of them, and then due to my schedule right now, I guess I'm just going to have to bang out episode 10 and 11, maybe 12 while I'm over there, depending on how it goes. But if not, then I'll just have them on after the little hiatus I'll take after episode 13. You know, I just decided to take that hiatus to spend some time, promoting this podcast, just to try to get it out there a little more, find my audience, find the right audience, because of course nothing is for everybody, like I have mentioned before. And just like all the other podcasts, there is no one podcast who is except for like Joe Rogan, I think, but there are still people I know that's not a fan of him. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do yet while I'm over there in regards to this. I am bringing my USB microphone recorder, but I won't have access to my laptop, seeing how I'm only gonna bring my iPad, and I don't feel the need to bring my laptop. It's a lot heavier. This is a 10-year-old Mac, mind you. I feel like this Mac laptop I'm using now, it's gonna die out any moment. It's almost a decade old, and I just don't feel safe lugging this laptop back and forth to different airports, because I could die soon. So I do plan to get another one very, very soon. But until then, I'm just going to ride out this one until it dies. So once I'm over there, what I'm going to do is download Audacity using my relative's computer on their desktop. Of course, I'll be asking for their permission, but I think I have a pretty good chance to convince them that, hey, I do a podcast, and I'm just going to download Audacity. It's a free app. I'm just going to edit and then delete it after, so it'll be all good. Anyways, pretty exciting stuff. I just cannot wait to get over there. It will not be as bad of a flight going over here. Well, stopping in Iceland first, little Blue Lagoon, little facial, algae mask, massage, little bit of jacuzzi before I head over to London. Actually, I don't have a choice. As you all know, if you guys listened to the first episode, I paid for a fairly cheap ticket, not including luggage, was like $350 off Google Flights. And I got a 5-hour layover in Iceland, which is not bad. Whatever. I wanted to see Iceland anyway, and I got a whole day on my way back. So that'll be nice. I already planned the whole thing, to be honest, where I'm going to go, where I'm going to stay. In Iceland, the Aurora Borealis, to me, the Northern Lights, is sort of like a bucket list thing. So once in a lifetime, I'm definitely going to do that tour. I know it's crazy expensive. They put you in some sort of a small coach, small bus, I think, maybe like 15 to 20 people. It's like 250 Canadian. And the night tour is only about four hours long, and they guarantee that you see the Northern Lights. If not, then there's no such thing as guarantee, right? So if not, then they're either going to refund you or give you a voucher where you can actually take this tour again until you do. That's why they guarantee that you will see it. But yeah, when I booked this trip, like my main thing was going over to London in France, but I had no idea I'd be stopping by. But since I found out, like I've just been doing like all this research on Iceland, like where to go, the Golden Circle or whatever, the Borealis, the Blue Lagoon. Everything's like stupid expensive, including food. So whereas like I'm really supposed to be focusing on like where to go in London, but I figured, if I'm gonna see my cousins over there, then they could actually recommend me and find me all this stuff. But I already know, like all my friends, majority of my friends have already been over to the UK, so I got a list of things I gotta do. Got a list of things to check out, like the Electric Theatre, British Museum, all the Shakespeare stuff. So I'll actually, you know what, I'll get into all that when I'm over there. I will do things one by one, tell you what I see, the architecture, I'll describe it, and I'll talk some shit on the next one once I'm over there. So, yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But what I do know is, I will be bugging the shit out of the French people over there. It's a chance to use the half-assed French that I have learned all these years taking French in school, but never needed to use. So I'm just going to try. I suck at French. I don't know shit. But I'm just going to straight out talk French, all the French that I know, and see how it goes. I don't know if there's a huge difference between their French and Quebecois French. But yeah, I gotta say, like, French is probably one of the softest, to me, the funniest sounding language of all time. Like if you just try to picture a tough guy trying to act all hard, and then he just drops a French accent, you're just like, huh? Pourquoi? Just imagine like getting mugged by a French speaker. Like, put your hands up and give me all your money in French. It's just like, matez vos mains les oreilles, donne-moi tout ton argent. Vide d'un portefeuille, je te tue. You're just like, okay, buddy, calm down, relax. Have you guys seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Which one? Dead Man's Chest? That guy with the tentacles for a beard, Davy Jones, that octopus guy. And then when he first entered the scene's like down out. They don't reveal him until he gets up to the prisoner's face, and you see Davy Jones's tentacle beard. He lights his pipe, and he's like, "Do you fear death?" I was like, "What the fuck? This guy's French? That's not scary. That just took away all his street credibility." Do you fear that dark abyss? I'm just like, no. You come on, stop playing. But no, I'd probably be singing a different tune if I got like pistol whipped by a French speaker. So don't mind me. I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do this time when I travel is I'm gonna refrain from actually using any sort of dating app, because to be honest, usually it doesn't work out. And when you do score a date overseas, it's usually with someone you didn't really want to go out with, but you're just thinking like, fuck it, hey, you're in a foreign country, somebody's going to take you somewhere, and yeah, why not just keep thinking with your dick. But yeah, in all seriousness, since that last girl I've met in Vietnam, which I'll actually talk about in the last one. It's kind of a romantic story that didn't have a happy ending, but I wanted to talk about in detail how different dating was in a foreign country. It was honestly something out of like a Wong Kar-wai In the Mood for Love type theme movie. Just me and her walking dead silence in the streets at like 3 a.m. I don't want to give it all now, but I'll tell you guys about my trip in Vietnam in the last one. Actually, I planned for that. But yeah, anyways, these Tinder and Bumble overseas, I find, majority of the time First of all, I don't even do it in Canada. Okay, like I've dabbled in it, I've tried it, I've downloaded the apps, and I've swiped, and all the bullshit that I see in the online dating world. These women with like in their profiles, for both genders. For the woman, it's like looking for a guy like at least 6'1", has a good job, no kids, fucking can't be a liar, has to be like such and such good looking, which is like pretty much what they state in different terms. Some of them can hold conversations, some of them can't. And I always look at the profiles of these girls, and bear in mind, like especially on a site like POF, Plenty of Fish is bottom of the barrel dating. It's like they have all these requirements, but when you look at her, it's like you have all these standards, which is fine, but it's like, okay, what are you doing to improve yourself? Are you keeping yourself in shape? Are you brushing your teeth? Do you have a baby daddy? Maybe one's in jail, maybe one's still in your life that goes all psycho at 3 a.m. and comes over to the house. Do you have any kids? Do you have a good job? Are you eating clean? Are you keeping yourself in great shape so that you look fuckable to the other gender? You got to ask yourself if you want all these things, and what are you providing yourself? Because from the look of your profile, it seems like you're on food stamps and you're taking care of 3 kids by yourself, and now you're scouting for the next best thing on the internet. Like, they're not looking for someone to build something with. They just want to sort of do nothing and fall into the lap of a person who's already got everything going on, and got to be loyal, can't cheat, got to be good looking, got to be making 100 figures. Yeah, what makes you think you're going to score that fish? What makes you think that you deserve that man? And, for guys, I find it's a numbers game, because my female friend that do have dating apps, it's like, it's funny because one girl, she actually created a dating app on POF, on Plenty of Fish, and she's like, watch, look at these messages I'm gonna get. And like, she would have, I swear to God, within like the first 5 minutes of signing up, not even uploading a picture of herself yet, she's already got, I swear to God, like 35 messages. Already dudes offering up, money, talking about their foot fetish. It's like completely, as a dude, like you think you know other dudes. You think you do, but like realistically, you don't. Like the depths that they go through, like how bad some of their game is. Straight up asking, it's like, hey, would you take like such amount of money for sex? Can you sell me your panties? It's like she doesn't even have a picture up yet, right? But once the picture comes up, like it gets even more like stupid. Just watching some of these guys run game. But mostly these guys, I find, are just looking for someone to talk to. And a lot of these messages I find that females get, it's like a straight up like copy and paste. For a lot of the dudes, it is a numbers game. A woman would get a new message, I swear, like every other minute she's online. I mean, you can try this experiment yourself. Like, just go to POF, super easy to make a fake female account, and just watch the flood. It's really no different watching these guys try to talk to a girl in like the incel forums. My friend would be showing me a picture of her conversations, right? And then it'll just straight up questions like, what's stopping you from going out with me? I love women's socks. Can you sell me yours? I'm a huge feet guy. Can you show them to me on web? Like, just straight up. You know how Indians get on in random inboxes on Facebook? It's sort of like that, but they speak perfect English. It's just as pathetic on the male side. I don't even want to get into some of the messages I've seen, and it's like shocking because some of the stuff, like if you look at a girl's inbox on any sort of social media, it's like, holy fuck. Honestly, I gotta say, I am a huge advocate for the resting bitch face on women. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but like I completely get it. How some chicks just get fucking annoyed and they talk about like, just going violent, or how much they just want to like fucking cut, pepper spray, kill the other guy. It's like, dude, if I was a female and I had to deal with that shit just everywhere I go in public, like I get it. I completely understand. I just don't have time. Like, okay, say a girl, you're pretty high up there in terms of physical attractiveness. Although, yes, I know it is subjective, but even anywhere from average to good looking female, everywhere she goes in public, on the transit, just passing by a group of dudes, getting catcalled, going to the store, going to the mall, being bothered by random people in grocery stores. Of course, any employee would, be more than happy to help her first. It's just like, I don't have time for this. Just fuck off. And the guys can be fucking idiots. Like the slightest thing that they see that could remotely be a sign. It's like, oh, I think she's into me. I think she likes me. Well, even when I worked at TT, like the girls that are on the front line, customers be like, yeah, I think Ron, like, oh, can you put in a word for me? I think like she's feeling. It's like, no, dude, it's called customer service. I'm the exact same way with the female customers when I was a teller. Okay, buddy, relax. All right. Can I just pay her bills and do the transactions? Because we don't have time for this. She doesn't have time for this. Let's move on. There's other customers behind you holding up the line, bud. But yeah, I'm just not doing the whole online dating thing over there. And another thing is, a woman's height requirement. They would state they need a guy to be, at least this tall. This tall, which, of course is double standard, because if you ever ask a girl about her height or state any height requirements, they'd go fucking ballistic and you'd get called out for it, right? Perfect example. Like, how tall are you? I'm 5'10". Why? Oh, good. Because 5'10", I'm pretty average height for a guy. He's like, yeah. If I asked, so how heavy are you? She'd be like, what? Yeah. What are the numerical digits that appear on the scale when you proceed to apply your weight onto it? And they'll be like, what the fuck? Why does it matter? Well, what does my height matter? That whole height requirement. You see, the thing is, I can't do anything about my height. All right? I really can't. If I could, if they say at 29 years of age, if I just played a little bit more basketball, I can grow another 2 inch taller. Like, fuck, every guy would do it. I would do it. All right? There's no such thing. Whereas with weight, well, I'm not even going to get into that. You know where this is going. But yeah, it just sounds like I'm ragging on women this whole episode. I sound like a complete fucking incel, I know. But yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, there are some good ones out there. I don't mean to sound like a fucking complete moron. And I just completely sound like a guy who's just not getting any. Now I'm just coming on to the podcast to bitch about women, which isn't the case, because to be honest, I do okay. I do all right. Not bragging, but, I do okay for myself offline, is what I'm trying to say. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to fly out next week. I will keep you guys posted on what's going on. I will paint you guys a nice picture of some of the shenanigans I'll be doing out there. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, but yeah, I'm just going to go sightseeing. I'm doing most of the free stuff, the free shit, the tours, the stuff you get to see in public. But I will keep you guys posted on everything I'm doing, and it's going to be some excellent material, hopefully. But because, when you're traveling, you always see some funny shit, some different shit, some ridiculous people along the way. I cannot wait. And I just wanted to remind you guys, also I do a bit of writing. I got an award-winning piece out there. No big deal. Actually, not really. It was just scoped out by the editorial team at The Medium. So if you go to www.medium.com/Ron Tang, you will find my piece, 1999, which I eventually plan to, I'm planning to write a screenplay on that, because everyone I've showed that article to, they're like, oh, so what happens? Especially the last bit, it's like, yeah, all your friends, like the crazy shit that they did, like, what's going on? Like, is there any more to this? It'd be a wicked screenplay, and I agree, I think it would be an awesome screenplay, and I am going to keep it nonfiction. Of course, with anything, there would be like sort of like a heightened sense of reality, but I'm going to keep it as real as possible. But yeah, medium.com, you can see some of my writing on there. Some articles not safe for work, okay? Not safe for work. It is explicit content, as is with my podcast. Not for everyone, but it's something I'm proud of, something I like doing, something I enjoy. the things I enjoy doing, podcast writing, it's people don't have the patience for either, but it is the stuff that I enjoy. But my main craft that I admire the most is drama, which is something I've always been fascinated with. Anyways, guys, we're into 21 minutes, so I'm gonna cut this short. So I'll talk to you guys when I am over in France or England. This is episode 9, and I'll talk to you guys later.